I was always interested in where I was from, and I was really interested in my origins, so I decided to do a DNA test. And I did one with 23andMe, and it came back as unable to identify my DNA, even though I sent in 2 samples. At that point I thought maybe I'm an alien. Growing up, I would always stare into the sky in constellations, my favourite one being Orion's belt, and look for the brightest star in the galaxy, which was Sirius. And then about a year ago, a friend told me that I had a blue aura and I was from the star Sirius. And I thought, okay, well this is cool. Confirms my alien identity, so what was I doing on planet Earth? Now behind me you'll see remnants of their civilization from the 1890s, and here we can see the hideout of the Shy Warriors. My life and my work has taken me all over the world, and I've survived jungles, mountains, deserts, caves, living with indigenous tribes and communities to understand their culture by immersing in them. Love this woman! So it started when I followed my childhood dream at the age of 21 to go to the Amazon rainforest of Ecuador and live with the Guarani tribe. That's where I gathered and hunted with warriors. Then they made me queen and married me to a warrior and asked me to bring back the message about protecting their land from exploitation.
The community are choosing a name for you. Your name is Imaka.
The film that I made, Amazon Souls, premiered at the Cannes Film Festival and is distributed worldwide. This was the film that shaped the person I was to become. Since then, I've travelled the world to remote places, living with indigenous tribes, survived dangerous cities, murder capital of the world, charmed my way out of slums in Ghana, Africa, out of an arrest, and chased natural disasters to provide relief for the people in the Philippines, and so much more. But each of these adventures were like humanitarian missions as well, where I was able to give them a voice and do something to actively change their lives for the better. And that made me feel really happy. Christiana hasn't seen her mother for over 6 months.
If she comes here, she cries. So I don't want her to come in to see me like this.
The way I see the world, the way I live is so colourful, and it's coloured by each of the cultures that I've been lucky to experience myself. Let's go find out more. How does that affect the residents?
I was told that the market was on fire.
Sorry that you had to go through all this.
I'll be screaming, Jesus help me.
This is why I'm staying with my children.
All of his achievements throughout the year. I always craved a connection, so being adopted into these families meant so much to me because I never really had that myself. About a year ago, I met the legendary member of the Mercury 13, Wally Funk. Such an amazing woman. Oh my gosh, she blew my mind. I read her book and I watched the documentary as well about the women of the Mercury 13. And I thought, wow, this is amazing. Women in space, space exploration. And she inspired me toward this great big dream. So she suggested I study engineering. During the pandemic, I hit play on Chris Hadfield's Space Exploration Masterclass, and then I followed that up with the Aeronautical Engineering course on the Harvard University online website. A few years ago when I was living in Africa, I did a TED Talk. My TED Talk was about a sustainable flying car, which was inspired by air pollution in the country because I wanted to come up with an innovative solution for it.
12.6 million people die from environmental health risks, with air pollution being the 4th highest risk factor, causing premature deaths. That's 1 in every 10 deaths from air pollution exposure.
My biggest dream is to venture into deep space exploration. Maybe Sirius has a message for me. Maybe the moon is waiting for me to land. Maybe Mars awaits my footsteps on its sands. Or maybe Venus has a cave for me to seek solace in. If I were the missing link between humanity and alien life, Wouldn't you want to know? I want us to unite powers and revolutionize space travel for years to come. So that's my message, and I hope it just floats in the orbit of careers in space and finds one of you guys.